Hey everyone, it's Victoria, the Soul Nurturer. I wanted to do a quick video. Felt called to come on. Had a rough day yesterday. I started this channel for many reasons. One was to outreach in a greater way to potential clients, not gonna lie, but mostly it was to really, as cliche as it sounds, to remind people they are not alone. And a big part of why I do that is that reason. No one is immune to this time of transformation. We're all going through this together. But even before the last 2 years, I've been teaching transformational tools and skills and soul work for over 21 years plus. And if you count me at a 17-year-old holding space for others, then maybe even longer. But yeah, it's just, I felt really called to check in with all of you because I had one of those days that just sort of, you're swimming along, everything's great, and you hit a big boulder or you're pulled under by a huge wave. And it was intense. It was really intense. And again, so I'm curious how you all are doing, truly, how we are moving closer to a solar eclipse on the 30th, and eclipse season can bring out a lot of our shadow material, can bring out a lot of stuff that has been under the surface, we haven't dealt with, or has been tugging on us and we've avoided. But again, like yesterday was one of those sneaker waves. I didn't really know what was going on, but it was intense. And could have been, I had a physical reaction too. I ate a lot of dandelions yesterday. I wanted to try making dandelion fritters, and I did, and maybe I ate too much of them because I was really just pulled into an instant purging, transformational thing, purging my thoughts, purging from my body, intense. So I really wanted just to say, how are you? You know, I think about, I don't know who I'm talking to out there. I know some of you do reach out to me and do comment and send me private messages, and I love that. But really, my heart and soul is available to anyone who's just out there, who needs a friend, who needs some soul guidance, who needs a sister. That's this intention here, to remind you you're not alone. And as I do these videos, they're kind of my cathartic journal, honestly. When I get going and I get into a rhythm, my own soul wisdom comes through for me. And if it helps you, awesome. That's the goal. That's the goal. So really, comment below right now. How have you been feeling? We're having a lot of rumblings during this rebirthing time. We're in a collective rebirthing. I'm going to talk more about that when I do the video on the solar eclipse happening on April 30th. But yeah, I just, transformational journeys, which I'm always on, and I try to be as authentic as possible with all of you. I try to, I don't try, I do. I share from my real personal stories, more so than I would in a private session, because I really want to normalize healing and normalize being human. We're all souls having a human experience, and even the best well-intentioned practitioner is, in fact, the best practitioner is doing their own work. I was going to say, they even struggle. They are doing their own work. And if you have someone that you're seeing, a practitioner or someone in the public eye, and you have them on a pedestal, take them off the pedestal. We're all human. Some of us have been just gathering a lot of tools and going through our own healing, and really have been called to this healer's path. I identify with the wounded healer archetype. I talk about that a lot. It's a big part of what I work with in clients and myself. The wounded healer is constantly addressing their own wounds, but in doing so, we cultivate such potent, I call it soul medicine, that is intended for us, but helpful for others. The trick is, my wounded healer friends out there, is we forget to give it to ourselves while we're giving it to everyone else. So anyway, I just wanted to really, how are you feeling? How's your body? How's your anger? Have you been noticing more anger or any kind of stirrings coming through your body? out of your mouth unexpectedly. I'm not going to go into the astrology, but there's just a lot going on to stir the pot of our subconscious mind to bring forward what needs to be healed. And sometimes it's not pretty, and that's okay. Healing isn't perfect. It's messy. Birthing is messy. That's what we're doing. We're rebirthing. Also, I wanted to say I was really struck by, I shared a video a week or so back where I had this rush of anger, and I was trying to do a video and I had one glitch after another. And I told my husband I need to punch the bag. He's a martial artist and a transformational coach himself. And so I'm swinging at this thing. I'm just swinging and hitting it like with all my might, and all this anger is coming up. And then I see him laughing at me, and I'm also laughing. So it's like laughing and angry. And it was real and it was raw. And he said, "You need to post this." And I was like, "No way. I'm not going to post that." And then I thought, yeah, you know what? I talk about being authentic all the time. I talk about reclaiming our healthy expression and our soul expression all the time. So that was about as raw and real as I've been on here. And I hope to be more. I mean, I come on here, it's a balance. I want to show up as the professional that I am in a way that I would show up for a client. But then I'm also letting you behind the scenes into my own psyche, my own, work and what I'm doing. But I was really fascinated that was one of my top watched videos, most commented videos. Struck a chord out there, right? So again, reminder, we're all experiencing, we're in uncharted waters. And as we're transforming, you either engage and say, okay, all this going on right now, it's intense. I'm going to lean into it. I'm going to see what is drawn forth through me, through my subconscious mind. What am I telling myself? What's my story? What are my patterns? All that stuff I talk about all the time. Or you can resist doing the inner work, and you will be dragged around, or you will go through an unexpected change, and I believe anyway, I mean, not to make you feel scared or anything, but I believe that we are part of a collective universe God created that is unfolding, evolving, and we are all called to that evolving and unfolding. Those of us doing our personal work are contributing to that. Those who are resisting it will be pulled in somehow, And I don't like the saying that everything happens for a reason. I believe things happen and then we find a reason, but it's all purposeful. That's what I like to say. So what else did I want to say? Just jot a few little notes. That over the last few years, we've noticed this intensity, this spike in intensity and turmoil and chaos, all preceding change, right? And so this is where we have to take that sacred view, the higher view, that, vary your vision, instead of looking at all the little things and all the big things going wrong, or in our perception of wrong, to trust that something is working its way through us. We're being asked to clear things that are not supportive to our potential and our purpose and the collective. So especially as we move closer to April 30th, there's a lot of purging. I mean, I think what happens to me a lot of times is I'll get a sense of the feeling of what's going to happen for all of us before, days or weeks before. So not to alarm you, but it's an invitation to purge and to recognize whatever's rumbling inside of you is their birthing pains. What do you need to release? What do you need to purge? What do you need to look at and be honest about and be real about and be vulnerable about, during this time of transformation? And I'm always in a time of transformation, honestly, as a Scorpio, and, I've got a lot of transformational things in my chart, Neptune, Sun and Mercury, all kinds of things. Anyway, but we are collectively in this, and I'm happy to support you if you are in need of support. I love doing this work. I'm in the middle of a big transformation. Yeah. I'll tell you the truth. And part of what I wanted to talk about here today is that many times, because my own transformation has been intense, I'm experiencing physical chronic pain. Anybody out there have that? And it's been really challenging and disturbing because I consider myself a healer. I have helped heal not only just emotionally and mentally, and connecting to soul wisdom, but actually, had some hands-on training of healing, and I've been able to help people heal out of patterns and physical pain. And I have not been able to do this no matter what practitioner I've gone to, no matter what diet I've changed, no matter what my own techniques I've done. So it's kind of like my teacher right now. I'm just living with some chronic pain right now. And honestly, a big part of the transformation I'm in right now is a natural transformational cycle that I'm kind of pissed off about. I can't quite, transformation requires acceptance and compassion, and I don't always land in acceptance for myself, and that is getting older. I feel this I'm like real intensity and pissed off. Like, I'm pissed off that I'm getting older. Not that I think getting older is a great gift. I mean, don't get me wrong there. I'm older than both of my parents were when they died. So every year is a gift for me. Every day is a gift, and I'm grateful. But I'm pissed off at myself for, that was a shadow laugh. When we laugh awkwardly, that's shadow material kind of peeking through. Pissed off that I had, this is, okay, I can be really hard on myself, but I also need to call myself out. And that is that where I have squandered time, maybe. I mean, I've known since I was 17 when my mom died, we only have so much time. And while I'm always working and trying to add my transformational skills and tools, add on to that for myself and others, I haven't finished a lot of things I've talked about doing. And I'm not going to talk about them here because I'm deciding that I'm not going to tell you what I'm working on professionally. I'm just going to tell you when it's done. That's my new thing, because that's it. But anyway, I've just been noticing a lot of just pissed off. I'm angry, and I'm like, So this is important to note when we're angry, to notice where is your anger, where is it coming from, and who is it directed at, and really how is it connected to you and what your thoughts, your beliefs, and what you're doing, where you're stuck. Anger can be just such a powerful. I'm having this image of a sword to wield to cut through our stuck places and to push past the obstacles or break through, so it's not a bad energy as long as it's wielded correctly towards your transformation and not towards anybody else. That I'll need to tell my husband and apologize again, because, yesterday was one of those days where Angry Lip Monster came out, and I was just grumpy as could be. And just a lovely soul he is. He understood. He knew I was in the middle of something, and it was gripping me, and I had to kind of just let it move, So I want to see, and I wanted to say one other thing, and I want to ask you something. Because yesterday, in my negative wash of just all this subconscious stuff, just the sludge, like the crap that was deep, 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 I was saying things like, I just don't want to do anything anymore. I'm not going to try anymore. I'm not going to do my YouTube channel. I'm not going to do Instagram. I'm barely on Facebook, and I don't care anymore. And I'm tired of trying. I'm tired of trying. I want to give up. And then the minute I said I want to give up, I remembered my motto that I needed to hold on to and grab and let it hold me, which is never give up, always surrender. Never give up, always surrender. So I wanted to know if any of you have felt like giving up or quitting. Maybe you haven't even started something. You want to start something and you're feeling held back and you've quit before you've even started. Don't give up. Surrender it. Surrender. Okay. Surrender to me is saying, okay, God, I'm stuck here. I'm frustrated here. I'm in the same patterns here. I don't see a way forward here. I surrender this choice. I surrender my heart's desire to be of service. I surrender this project I'm working on. I surrender this relationship. That is the biggest, if you're stuck and in doubt about a relationship, and I'll tell you as we get to this eclipse season, this is a time of change, big, swift, letting go, sudden shifts towards, again, whatever, there might be an ending or a new beginning, but it's all towards a purpose for you, for us, for the collective. So if you're doubting yourself, you feel like giving up, surrender, surrender, surrender. I want to read a poem really quick before I run out of time. I'm doing these on a timer now. So no doubt that this is a more challenging time. Remember, you're not alone. And remember that your life, your body, your potential, your purpose is a sacred, they're all sacred gifts. And us honoring ourselves, our body, our soul calls is honoring God. And I really think that's important for you, someone out there to hear. If that touches you, comment below. Let me know. Subscribe and like too while I'm at it. I'll ask you to do all that because you're helping me reach out to others. So I want to find this poem really quick. I just had it up on my computer, but I want to encourage you to don't quit, but to surrender and to honor your soul calls. So listen to your soul, listen to your dreams. Dream work is really, really important right now for a lot of reasons. Catch a dream, even it's an image or a feeling. Ask, what is my soul showing me, asking me, guiding me to, wanting me to know? You can do a waking dream wander out in the woods, be silent and have a question on your heart. What do I need to know? What is my soul showing me? And pay attention. Journal, stream of consciousness. Have a good conversation with a good friend. You know, sometimes we just need to externalize all the crap, get it out of the way, and then those gold nuggets come forward. So I would suggest that. Here's this poem. I used to have this poem in my organizer when I was 20. I think this is a really old poem because I had it in an old organizer and I always put it in each new organizer so I'd remember this. And I think for these times right now, it's more important. It's called Don't Quit by Edgar Albert Guest. Okay, here it goes. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but do not quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many a failure turns about when he might have won had he stuck it out. When he might have won had he stuck it out. I'm going to say that twice because I needed that yesterday. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and faltering man or woman. Often the struggler has given up when, I'm going to change it to she, when she might have captured the victor's cup. And she learned too late when the night slipped down how close she was, oh, I'm going to cry, to the golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt, and you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse that you must not quit. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you. Remember, we're in an intense rebirthing cycle, rebirthing individually and collectively. So remember to pause, take your deep breaths, and push all that crap out of the way so you can see what a way forward to what's calling your soul. All right. Thanks for listening. This was for me as much as it was for you. I needed a little soul talk, a little pep talk, and a reminder to just keep going and keep growing. Let me know what you took away from this video, what really touched your soul, what inspired you. And again, like and subscribe if you haven't. Help me grow my capacity to reach the souls of others in need of support. All right. All my love. Take good care of yourself. Until next time. Thanks. Bye.